Hi, I'm Alistair, the grumpy CIO. And what am I grumpy about this week? I am grumpy about startups seeing DevOps as a cost, not an opportunity to accelerate your business. But first of all, what is DevOps? And most founders, let's face it, are business people. If you're a tech startup founder, this probably doesn't apply to you, but most startup founders are business people. And what are you getting and what are you paying for? What's all this mysterious stuff? And it's everything I'm putting up on the screen here, the sysadmin, the scripting, specific coding tasks. It's everything techie and complicated. Let's just keep it that as a simple enough definition. You can break it down. A true tech person will break it down to lots more, but let's keep it simple like that. So how do you handle it? Normal startup, plonk it on a dev. It's what I hired you for. Go and deal with it. It's techie stuff. Develop the solution. It's part of the solution. It's like, great. Slight variant on that, but I've seen happen a lot, is the CTO does all of it because you're a business-focused startup founder. You bring on this person. You're trying to keep costs down, so the next resources you bring on are very, very low skill. Your CTO ends up being responsible for all the DevOps, and they basically drown in that. What are the alternatives? Well, you can outsource it, and there are a lot of great businesses out there to do that too, and you get brilliant coverage for your business. You get like really great architectural setup, you get great monitoring, guaranteed performance, 24/7 coverage you might get as well. It's brilliant. It's quite expensive though, particularly if you're starting up. What you can also do is hire a dedicated resource. Well, that's pretty scary, isn't it? We're suddenly talking about increasing cost base. What happens? Where do you put them as well? You might offshore the resource. Even scarier, you're basically giving someone the keys to your kingdom, and you might not have ever met them in person. Oh, very scary. The other thing is, will they have enough to do? And spoiler alert, this is where we went. The person who actually joined our team eventually raised this, and as they were having their initial discussions with us, they said, what am I going to do after 6 months? The 6 months worth of problems. What do I do then? And the answer is, we're a growing company. There will be enough to do. And there was. So what about the cost options? Because that's what really a lot of this comes down to. So devs do it. It's free. It's not free. Not free at all. You lose 20 to 30% of your dev time. Sounds like a lot. 20 to 30%. Yes, you will lose 20 to 30% of your dev time if you just make your devs do DevOps. You probably actually just end up carving one of them off to actually do it most of the time, and they're not doing it as well as if you'd actually got a dedicated person in the first place. In-house, you get a full-time person. As I said, there's risks with that. And one of the risks is that they might not have all the skills, which means you end up having to get some outsourced support anyway to add the cost of it. So you really, if you're going to go that option, you really have to get the team member carefully. The other thing is you can outsource it. As I said, it's brilliant. You get amazing coverage, but realistically, you'll get between 2 and 6 days per month of FTE equivalents. And it can be as low as 2. 6 is a great deal. So that leaves you with a lot of coverage that you don't have, or a lot of extra expense you have to take things forward. So as I said, what did we do? Well, we went with one expert person. We spent a long time finding this person. The other thing about bringing in DevOps people is make sure they're part of the team. I've worked in so many companies where the DevOps people sort of have their own stand-ups elsewhere. They kind of feel like they're in part of the IT crowd. You know that TV program where there's strange people in the gubbins of the business? Even within developers, you can end up with this lower smoky people. Don't do that. Make sure they're part of your team. You're not bringing on staff. You're bringing on a team member who will actually help the rest of the team perform better. Integrated work. Make sure, as I said, the stand-ups are shared so people know it's visible. Make sure they can see what's happening. Give them dedicated projects so they're not just picking up stuff that just the developers need. They're not just support lackeys. They're actually an important and integral member of the team. And now, if you do all this, you'll end up in the situation we're in, which is they're the first person all our devs go to because they've got this incredible brain. They look at things differently. And it's an incredibly valuable resource that's accelerated hugely the drive of our company. So yes, as I said, bring on a team member, not a staff member, and it will take your company forward hugely. Make the most of your DevOps. It accelerates your growth. It does not just a cost base. Thanks for watching. I'm Alistair, the grumpy CIO of www.shipshape.vc. We are the free venture capital search engine. Come and improve your investor outreach. Come onto our site, find investors that get what you're talking about. Thank you.